Hey guys, and welcome to this week's news, which includes a ton of fixes to the Zamorak boss and information on a PvM based treasure hunter promotion. Whenever you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. If you enjoy all kinds of Runescape content and want to stay updated with the recent news, be sure to subscribe. Let's start off by talking about the Treasure Hunter Academy of Heroes promotion, which is releasing on July the 21st. This will be the first PvM themed Treasure Hunter promotion in which you use your keys to damage and slay a monster for rewards. Yeah. They'll likely have made some fancy looking Treasure Hunter interface and graphics for this Treasure Hunter promotion. But what about the rewards? Well, there will be aura refreshes, life refreshes, soul reaper refreshes, and item protection contracts, which means reduced death costs, and even cosmetic ability overrides. They also mention that you'll still be able to obtain regular skilling rewards from Treasure Hunter, which probably means these PvM things are going to be red or purple rarity. Now, every 10 levels of this Treasure Hunter monster you kill, you'll get guaranteed PvM based rewards, including Death Touch darts. So it's likely that this promotion is going to be quite good to obtain Death Touch darts, apart from the Traveling Merchant. Now, as for the combat ability overrides, there will be two to obtain, which are the Blue Dragon Breath and Yellow Colored Hurricane. Now, the Hurricane ability override doesn't really appeal to me that much. It doesn't look that much better than the original, and it's kind of not, it doesn't really seem that different. I wouldn't really notice this if I was PvMing. There's no sparks flying off, and the color yellow is a bit flat or whitish. The Dragon Breath ability in blue looks really cool and fits for magic because it's blue. I like how they also use the 120 magic cape in this clip and tectonic armor because it's all bluish. As for the rewards, I don't really have a big issue with them, apart from maybe the Soul Reaper refreshes, because in that case you'd be able to farm Hydrixes a little bit more easily, which is kind of pay to win them, maybe, in a way. Pay to get faster money. The other stuff, the aura and life refreshes, not really a huge deal, although they are very important items, especially around new boss releases, so it's a bit difficult to say. Depends really on how rare these are. Item protection contracts, on the other hand, should probably not be in Treasure Hunter, and instead, or at least be available from the Marks of War store as well, because, you know, life refreshes are, aura refreshes are. You know, why not these item protection contracts, which pretty much give you a free death? In case you didn't know, you could get these by using the Warrior's Wish with your Guardian's Gift if you were locked out of the game for like 2 to 3 months. It would use 10% of your charge and give you an aura refresh, life refresh, soul reaper refresh, and 1 item protection contract. I sincerely hope they add them to the Marks of War store with this update as well, but it's likely not to happen, otherwise they would have mentioned it, and they would of course get less key sales. As for the combat ability overrides being part of a Treasure Hunter promotion, and assuming these aren't in token format which are sellable on the Grand Exchange, I think that's a very bad decision on their end. This locks these sometimes cool, sometimes maybe cool, ability overrides behind a gambling system. Instead, what they should have done is put these in the next Jack track, because the previous Jack track had a Sunshine ability override, and that is obtainable for every single player by just playing the game. Or, eventually, probably available in the Ultimate Store as well. Now, you have to either get these through Treasure Hunter or buy them from other players, which is possible according to the tooltip of the animation in-game. But since the ability overrides can look cool, this is just going to turn into another expensive walk token fiasco, unless they're super duper common, which they likely won't be because Jagex wants to make money. Either put these in the Yak track or sell them to us directly through the marketplace using rune coins, which at least makes it obtainable for every single player, as you could buy bonds, use those rune coins, or use real money to get rune coins and then buy the ability overrides that way. I at least think that would be more fair to the players, although maybe not as profitable, which is why they're not doing it. Oh, and since these items will be on Treasure Hunter, this is the first time I'm going to mention you claim your Prime Gaming. Wait until this promotion comes, claim your Prime Gaming drop, get 35 keys, and see if you get lucky. As for the patches, it seems the ninjas have done a couple of quality of life changes to farming, making it easier for you to do your farm runs. They also seem to have changed Pyramid Plunder, although if I'm being entirely honest, I kind of forgot that content existed. I don't think there's a real good reason to do this content nowadays anymore. Maybe if you need the Black Ibis outfit, but for level 99 it's probably not worth your time. They seem to have fixed Bladed Dive, allowing you to Bladed Dive using skilling items and if required Laceration Boot, and a Catalyst Fragment from the Slisker's Endgame quest now counts as an offhand item for Bladed Dive as well. Click boxes of agility obstacles at both Hetz Oasis and Anachronia should now be easier to tap on using RuneScape Mobile, and apparently the portals in the Zamorak in Undercity are now easier to click on as well. The Zamorak boss has received a ton of different fixes, but the most important ones are adjustments to the common and rare drop table, although I couldn't tell you what those are because the post doesn't specify. Now they also mentioned that players will be awarded more common loot and higher chances at rare drops for Zamorak when running the Elite Dungeon. Except that's not very useful because they don't mention how much higher of a chance you have when running the Elite Dungeon. Let's say I changed my magical Gordon Ramsay cake recipe and I said, the recipe now requires more eggs to become extra delicious. You wouldn't know how many more eggs I'd been using. That's a really stupid example, I think. But it doesn't matter. We need to know how much higher that chance is at rare drops from Zamorak, because otherwise you cannot calculate if it's worth doing the Elite Dungeon or not depending on your own kill time speed. Speaking of this so-called common loot buff, I'm not really sure what changed, but it seems like I'm getting less salvage and less alchable relics. I need more information to know what's going on and what's changed. Otherwise, I'm just confused because right now it seems like a nerf to me, but maybe you get more loot at higher enrages now than before. But they didn't specify, so I don't know, and you don't know either. While recording this video, I got a notification on Discord, and Jagex Sponge actually tweeted something out about the Zamorak drops. They changed the weightings of rares in the Zamorak encounter, which means you'll be seeing more bow pieces and less Chaos Roars. Commons have also been adjusted across the board, however the lower enrages are apparently most affected by this change. Not sure if that's positive or negative, but I'm going to assume negative. Another important takeaway is that they're not really going to change 99% enrage claims, and it's more likely that in the future if they are going to tweak something in the rare drop chance, it's going to be something to high enrage drop chances, rather than the entirety of the boss, the range of enrage. Two other important changes are that you're able to actually see which monsters are summoned in the dungeon because they'll have summoned in brackets after their name, although it doesn't seem like the monsters or enemies summoned by the jailer boss have summoned in their name. Daily dungeoneering challenges can now be completed by completing the Zamorak in Undercity Elite Dungeon, and Enrage is now shared between groups of 2 to 5 players, meaning your highest Enrage will be applied to every single group size, except solos, which remain unchanged. The final important patch note or change I'd like to cover is that the chance of dino eggs has been reduced by 50% from the Zygamite skilling areas, which means you'll be getting less dino eggs. With that being said, we've come to the end of this video, and it seems that now Jagex actually changed the news post and added a bit more information, which is good to see. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below and maybe even consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.